Hey guys, this is Danny from Zombie Soup Junkyard. Just wanting to welcome you to the channel. So today I just want to give a short introduction as to my purposes for creating this channel, what kind of content you should come to see and expect on here, and then lastly, touch on where I hope to see this project and idea go in the future. So let me delve into that first question. Why did I choose to create this cosplay channel? As a cosplayer and a creator, I often post all over social media, whether that be Facebook, Instagram, etc., etc. And that usually garners quite a bit of attention from people who are either just getting into costume or who want to up their costume game. So I'll usually get questions such as, how did you create this entire costume? Or how did you create this one part of this costume? And these are awesome questions. These are great questions. These are questions that I love to be able to answer. Unfortunately, usually I can only answer those via text on these posts that I make, which leads to posts that end up being several paragraphs long, or that can be a little bit confusing, a little bit misleading, and then people don't quite get the message out of it. They don't leave going, oh, okay, I know how to make this. I'm much better at explaining things if I show it. So I figured if I just create a channel where I can show all my designs, all my creations, all my little tips and tricks, it could help out other people. And it could give people the knowledge and the tools that they need to be able to create their own costumes. So that brings me to my second point, which is, what kind of content will I be posting on here? I'm going to be posting a lot of tutorials, a lot of guides, a lot of tips and tricks, but I do want to make a distinction between those. When I talk about tutorials and guides, I'm talking a set or a series of videos that detail from start to finish how I built, prepared, basically how I made the entire costume. Tips and tricks, on the other hand, those are more general tips and tricks, for lack of a better term, where I basically just touch on quick 3 to 5 minute videos where I can go, here's how to do this one thing. So a couple examples of that would be, if somebody were to ask, what kind of sealer do you recommend, or how would you seal this piece of armor? And I would go, okay, here's a short video detailing some possible methods. Additionally, I would also like to be able to use this YouTube channel to be able to complement some of what I post on Instagram and Facebook. Because unfortunately, as I'm sure many of you cosplayers out there know, a lot of the detail that goes into your costumes can be lost in still images. Sometimes that detail will only show up in video footage or footage of your actual cosplay in motion. Another thing that I want to touch on is I currently have no plans for this, but I would like to be able to use the Zombie Soup Junkyard logo and branding to create my own gaming channels. Basically somewhere where me and my friends can just dick around and play video games. As stated before, there are no plans to put that on this channel yet. However, if you guys think that would be adequate content to put on here, or if you guys would find that pretty entertaining, do let me know. That would allow me a little more leniency in my upload schedule, which is a good thing to touch on. Right now, my current upload schedule will be one video every Monday. So lastly, I want to touch on where I would like this channel to go. Basically, I myself am not an expert in everything cosplay. I personally am most comfortable with armored costumes, with large, bulky costumes that usually use hard materials such as plastics, fiberglass, etc., sometimes foam. There are things that I have little to no knowledge of. So, for example, fabrics. If you give me a fabric cosplay, I'm not going to stitch. I'm going to bolt that together, I'm going to glue it together, probably with super glue or hot glue, and it's going to come out like a mess. So when it comes to things like that, what I would like to be able to do is to reach out to other people in the community, other people who have that skill set and who have that knowledge, to be able to give you, the viewer, those tools that you need to be able to excel in your own costume making. Lastly, I would like to give a big thank you to everyone who has kind of inspired me in my own cosplay journey. I didn't get into cosplay until about 4 or 5 years ago now. It's been a while. It's thanks to them that I am now feeling the urge to make a channel such as this. Without the support of people like you, there wouldn't be any of this. So I'd like to extend a big thank you to you guys. And if you have any feedback or any comments, please do leave it down below. Like and subscribe. And then hopefully you guys will enjoy the tutorials that are coming out pretty soon. The first one that I plan to put out is a series on how I built my entire T60 power armor, so stay tuned for that.